Today on the channel, it's October 12th, 2023, and in today's video, we're going to break down all the brand new Mattel Wrestling reveals.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel reveals video. And in today's video, we're breaking down the brand new Mattel Elites, Basics, Superstars, and even Mattel Creation figures that we saw via Mattel today. So let's start it off here. We got a lot to talk about, and we're going to have a lot to talk about in the toy news of the week this week, and weekly purchases, of course. I have been actually out of town the last few days. A lot more of that in the weekend videos here. Fresh off my AEW appearance. How about that? A lot of you guys and gals commented on social media. It sounds like you guys all saw me on TV, so that was a fun time. And like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit more this weekend's upcoming videos here. But today, we're breaking down, we're talking all things Mattel, and we're going to start off hot. Yes, we're starting off hot right here. One coming out of left field a little bit. We're headed to Mattel Creations. Beautiful this time of year, but Mattel Creations getting into the made-to-order program, getting into the game here. As coming up here in a few weeks, we're going to be able to order the LWO box set. How about this one right here? A very, very cool idea. I would love to see this in the future as more Mattel Creation stuff. Give us Judgment Day down the line. Give us some other factions down the line. Give us Legends factions down the line. I think this would be a really neat thing to offer and a very cool way to get some new figures out to the general population through the Mattel Creations website. Of course, we've been through Mattel Creations. You order it off there. They ship it to you. They cut out the Targets, the Amazons, the Walmarts of the world. Not a bad way to go to market, direct to consumer. Very, very cool idea. And this LWO box set is very cool, very timely as well. I know some people have said in the comments, I've seen, well, where's Carlito? He was just there. Well, that was last Sunday. These things don't move quite that fast. But it sounds like this will be going up for pre-order in a couple of weeks. We got Cruz del Toro. We got, of course, Rey Mysterio. You got Zelina Vega. You got Santos Escobar, the one I'm probably looking forward to the most out of this set. And then Joaquin Wilde. So we got quite the LWO group here. An interesting bunch. We got the LWO shirts, which is always cool. Zelina Vega with the big cape. Was it a cape? I think it's a cape. It's a Puerto Rican flag cape for that pay-per-view that was in Puerto Rico earlier this year. What is time, as we always do say. But that is a show stealer there. That's a big one, and that is a real estate killer. I don't know if I'll have her on my shelf with that on display, but it is a very, very cool idea and a very cool looking figure. Box art on this one, absolutely fabulous as well. LWO logo, very cool name. Rey Mysterio in jeans definitely looks different, but we've seen him quite a few times with the rest of the LWO. Just a very fun way to get a lot of these guys and gals into the Elite line without going to the regular Elite sets, things like that. So if you like a box set, you like this, you like Mattel Creations, this is the place to go to. I'm here for that all day. So then we move on from there. We head to Walmart. Always a frustrating experience, as we know, at Walmart. But we go to the WWE Superstars line, another frustrating thing. But the WWE Superstars line is coming, and actually, I just got my Hulk Hogan's I ordered in the mail just before I started filming this video. And would you believe it? I got 2 Chase Hulk Hogan's in the mail. Absolutely crazy. Lucky day for me. So I did get those. But I got Hulk Hogan in the Superstars line coming is one of the new ones here. Now, once again, frustrating as ever, we got the Hulkster as the chase. Can you believe that? They're doing all these chases in the Superstars line. I am not here for that. I know some people like that kind of stuff, and I guess if you're only collecting Superstars, it's a nice deal. But for me, I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't know. It's weird. I'm cool with it in the Elite line. I'm just not a fan of it in Superstars. I'm not a fan of it in Ultimates. And that's just my opinion. You guys may be different. You may join my opinion. I don't know. But I wish the Superstars was just regular. Let's just get after it. Let's be cut and dry. Let's not add this craziness of the chase with different boots, things like that. But it is what it is. As we always say, you like what you like. You don't what you don't. But we got the Hulkster here. He's got his black kind of Japanese garb. Got the extra hands. He got some beautiful rose-colored sunglasses. Then you got the blue boots and the red pants on him. Then the other version, of course, red boots, blue pants. Same overall, same kind of thing. So once again, Hulkster going into the chase department. It is what it is, but the Hulkster fans, they absolutely love it, of course. Now, once again, we get into a little variant action. We get Andre the Giant, 2 different looks. So to me, gotta buy 2 of these Andres. Who am I kidding? Gotta get 4 of these Andres. That's what's going on right there. So we got Andre in the blue. You got the afro. We're going back to the classic days of Andre. And then, of course, you get the singlet, the black boots, the big world title belt. You get the more WrestleMania 3 Andre, we'll call it right there. So another Superstars one coming in hot. We knew we'd get use out of that Andre mold from back in the day. I believe that is the same mold that we saw in the Masters WWE Universe line. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then we got Doink the Clown coming in. Everybody loves a clown, don't they? The tears of a clown, some may say. So we got Doink the Clown coming in hot right there. But they're coming. They're coming soon. Some more Superstars. Would fully expect these to go on sale later this month for the Walmart Collectors Con. I bet you this will be part of that pre-order day, so get your wallets ready, as we always do say. Then we move over to our friends over at Amazon, even more beautiful this time of year at Amazon. And Amazon does have an exclusive 2-pack Ultimate Edition, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, of course, the ladder match, the famed ladder match with the beautiful packaging design on this one. Always love when things are displayed in the package. You slide out the sides. There it is. There's the ladder. They're both climbing. You got the title belts hanging in the balance. I'm here for that. Another good looking set here. Do we need this Razor? Do we need this Shawn? I guess you be the judge. We've had past Elites. We've had recent Ultimates in the Razor department, but a very, very cool packaging design right here. We're going to get the most out of our molds. We know how that goes at the end of the day. But that is another Amazon pack. Now, we turn into the meat and potatoes of WWE Mattel line. We transfer over to Elite Series 106. Elite 105 should be here any day, so we'll be looking forward to those reviews on the channel. Like I said, I've been gone for a while. I've been gone for like 4 or 5 days. I've still had content going because I got a lot of stuff in the bag. As you guys know, Patreon members know, there's hundreds of videos over there that haven't been on traditional YouTube. But I'm finally getting back into the swing of things right now. So I'm just staring at a mountain of unboxings. I got a lot of work ahead of me this weekend to get these done. But 106 is right around the corner, and 105 should be here very, very soon. So look forward to that. Look forward to some Survivor Series Elite unboxings on the channel very, very soon. Make sure you subscribe to both YouTube channels, as I always say. But let's start off at Elite 106. First time in the line. I don't think last time in the line. Roxanne Perez, of course, from NXT. Prior to that, I believe she was in Ring of Honor for a little bit before they went under at the time. We got Roxanne Perez here. Going to be an interesting one. NXT Women's Champion for a little bit in there, and a very small wrestler. So it'll be interesting the sizing on this figure. Will she be an Alexa Bliss size figure? We'll see what happens there. But a lot of people do collect rookie figures and first time in the lines. Speaking of first time in the line, in a way, I'm going to say this Chad Gable is kind of a first time in the line. It's been a heck of a long time since we got Shorty G, and it's been even longer since we got the Team American Alpha, all that kind of stuff from the NXT run, things like that. So it's been a heck of a long time since we got Chad Gable. Chad Gable doing some of his best work ever right now, just really tearing it up in the WWE. So very cool to get this. You get the peace signs with him. I'm all day here for this one. And to me, this could be the top one out of the set as an early favorite, at least from where I sit. And as you guys know, right here at this very table. Then we get an old favorite, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn Mania cooled down a little bit, I would say. Cooled down since WrestleMania. Still a hot performer, but we do get Sami Zayn back in the traditional Elite line. I can see some people possibly skipping this one if you got one of the prior incarnations that came out fairly soon, or a little bit ago. But a lot of people are going to want this for Kevin Owens. So they might pair this with the recent Kevin Owens as well. Then another one, probably going to be the most popular for a lot of people in Series 106. We get the Usos. We get main event Jey Uso. Got the gray and the beard there. He's got the all red attack going on. He's got the red shoes like a young Kyle. We're fans of the red shoes, of course. But we got Jey Uso coming to the line. Jey Uso probably at the peak of his popularity right now, some could say. Tag team champions with good friend of the channel, Cody Rhodes. Can you believe that? Truly, what a time to be alive. Then we transition over to his brother, Jimmy Uso, who's over on SmackDown. Oh, when worlds collide from time to time, as we do know. But we get Jimmy and Jey Uso coming in Series 106. Then another one. A lot of people are very excited about this one, as we've had Paul Bearer figures in the past. It's been a heck of a long time. Well, now we get 2 Chase Paul Bearers. And I love that you can make them different. You got extra hands. You can mix them up, change them up. You get 2 different urns, mix them up, change them up. And then, of course, you get the different suit colors between the 2 Paul Bearers. Here for that all day long. Looking very good. A lot of people are going to want this Paul Bearer in their collection. And I do like they use the new big body mold on Paul Bearer here, instead of going back to that suited body, which worked, but he could have been a little bit bigger. And that's when we get really prime, big Paul Bearer in more ways than one. So Paul Bearer coming to Elite 106 in the regular and chase. Of course, the chase, more the red-haired Paul Bearer, I guess we'll call it, but a very good one, and I'm here for that. I love it when we get legends in the traditional Elite line. It just always feels a little bit more special to longtime fans. I'm sure you guys as well that are watching this. Then we continue on with the next wave of the greatest hit set, and for me personally, probably the most underwhelming greatest hit set. Now, I have all the prior elites of these, so I get it. You don't have these elites, it's going to be a great time for you, but out of the other ones, there was enough tweaks, enough differences from some of the figures we saw in the past. This set doesn't have a lot of that for me, and I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You tell me in the comments down below, but we can take a look at old Typhoon first off. The former Walmart exclusive back in the day. Of course, pinless elbows, pinless joints on these, making them feel a little bit different. A little updated head sculpts on some of them as well. We got Earthquake. You can't have a Typhoon without an Earthquake. So we got Earthquake, tag team title belts with them as well. The classic tag team title belts, which I'm always here for. So Typhoon, Earthquake, the Natural Disasters coming to the greatest hits line. Seth Rollins, I mean, it's crazy, but this is truly a classic look at Seth Rollins at this point. Going back to the old Shield days, got the old school tag team title belt with Seth Rollins. People are going to get a second chance at this figure if you missed it the first go around. And one very recent, I would have rather seen the OG Brutus Beefcake figure re-released, or even maybe that WrestleMania Elite from years back. Update that one, because this one just feels too fresh, too new. This was the Target exclusive, and much like DDP in the last series, this was an online-only Target exclusive. So I can understand why they'd probably want to re-release this one to the general public. A lot of people missed out on this one here. But me personally, I would have preferred an update of the classic OG Brutus the Barber Beefcake, but I also wouldn't be shocked to see maybe an ultimate edition of that one in the near future. So we'll see what happens there. But Beefcake coming to the greatest hits line, and then our boy, my boy, R-Truth, longtime R-Truth fan here. We get him back in the Elite line. R-Truth went a heck of a long time in between elites. We had another elite from him a year ago, 18 months ago, 2 years ago. Once again, what is time? We did get that R-Truth. Now we get him again in the greatest hits line. Here for that, it should be a pretty good figure. And then another one a lot of people did miss out on. It was a very hard figure to get. It is Roddy Piper in the greatest hits line here. Of course, part of the Hollywood Walmart exclusive line a year ago, 2 years ago. Once again, a lot of people missed out on this. They're getting an extra chance. Get old John Nada here, or just Nada, I guess. But Piper coming back to the line. And then this Rock Scorpion King. Now this one definitely warrants a release here, as this was a Walmart Canada, how about Canada? Canada exclusive. A lot of people in Canada got this one. It was even a peg warmer clearance in some areas, but it never came down to the States, so it was a very hard one to get. I remember I tracked one down for like $60, and I just hated myself for paying it, but it had to be done. It had to be done, and then I ended up picking this one up here in the future. But interesting, but a lot of people missed out on this. I'm not sure how big of a fan of the Scorpion King people are. I just did a Scorpion King unboxing on Kyle Peterson 2.0, so if you're interested in that video, old school Jacks, check out that video if you might have missed that one. Then we get a couple of basics. We get Seth Rollins, we get The Undertaker, we get The Rock. Truly basic. We got the new articulation, though. That could excite a few people here, but a little top picks action kind of is what it is, like the usual basic top picks that we get. 3 tip-top superstars. Makes all the sense in the world. Then we go to basic 145, and the basics, once again, new articulation, new life breathed into the basics, you could say. We do get Kane, a Hall of Famer, or a future, no, he is a Hall of Famer. I was going to say future Hall of Famer. We get Kane, an interesting one. This is renders. I'm not so sure on the head sculpt on this one from the pictures, but it'd be an interesting Kane figure if you want this look in a basic style form. For me, probably a pass. But an interesting one. You guys know I'm a sucker for mass, face paint, big figures, hairy bipedal creatures, things like that. Tiffany Stratton, first time in the line. I don't think last time in the line. I think we'll see her in an elite form down the line. And we've talked about this a lot over the last couple of years. Mattel likes to give new characters basic first a lot of the times. Now Roxanne Perez, totally different route. But Tiffany Stratton is a basic. Then guess what? 6 months later, 3 months later, 2 months later, we get an elite of her to make people buy the basic and then get the future elite. Makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Sami Zayn back once again in the basic line here. A nice looking one. I like the champion shirt too. It almost feels like a Major League Baseball Championship World Series shirt or something. It's an interesting one, but Sami Zayn looking good. And then of course the Ring General, Gunther, coming into the line as well in Series 145. Not a bad one. He does have a little bit of gorilla arm syndrome, a little bit of length there. It does look like, at least from these. But a good-looking figure. I was dabbling. I was debating. Am I going all in on Gunther figures? One of my favorite indie workers when he was on the indies here, but also one of my favorites in the WWE. I was like, maybe this is a guy I'll get everything for, including basics. So far, as of now, I haven't got that 2-pack with Ricochet. Not sure if I'll get this one. I might just stick to Elites for him. We'll see what happens. But an interesting looking figure. But one I will definitely be getting in this one is also the Chase in the line. First time in the line, once again, we get Ludwig Kaiser. Would have liked to seen Fabian Archer with him as well. Would have liked to seen that in a Showdown 2-pack over a single release. I think it would have also sold better if they would have done that. Not sure the reasoning for that, but we are at least getting him here. We can kind of have some muscle on the side of Gunther, if that is such a thing. So that'll be an interesting one. And then that is truly it for the Mattel reveals here for October. Another interesting one. Some stuff we knew, a lot of stuff we saw. However, the Mattel Creations box set was the one that really came out of left field on us. I am here for this. It's going to be a very good one. November 9th is going to be the pre-order, so mark it on your calendars. Be ready for that on November 9th. But that is the Mattel Reveals news. Now, of course, this weekend, I probably won't talk about any of this stuff. I'll probably mention it, but we got a ton of news to talk about this weekend. We got a lot of new crowdfundings, things like that. We'll talk about all that in the toy news of the week. And we'll talk about the week that was in the weekly purchases. So make sure you subscribe to both YouTube channels. Make sure you like this video. And then don't forget about the Patreon and all the early videos and all the early access to the videos, things like that. And best of all, you do support the channel and all the content it does bring. Same thing with ProSteamTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget to leave me a comment in this very video what you're looking forward to out of this set we saw here today. A lot of good stuff and some stuff I'm not super excited about. A mixed bag is what I'll call it, but some really cool stuff as well. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. And then don't forget to follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and on Threads. So for Mattel Reveals for October 12th, 2023, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.